I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Don't go through a breakup alone. Click on the link in the description below to get a one-on-one coaching with me, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about I kept pushing her away. So the reason that I wanted to do this video today is because oftentimes when in a relationship we push our partners away unconsciously. And there are a lot of different reasons that we might do this, and a lot of it is based on our history of attachment to our caregivers, any kind of trauma, abuse, or neglect we have found. And I thought it would be helpful for you guys to maybe see what it's like for somebody that has had trauma in their life and how it comes out in their relationships. So I have an email here from a 30-year-old guy who was dating a woman in her mid-20s, and they've been together for 5 years. He said that she lost romantic feelings for me because I acted like an idiot. I pushed her away. She tried to talk about deeper stuff, like her feelings, having children, and plans of a future. So I'm guessing he didn't say that whenever that came up, he would try and dismiss it, not talk about it, avoid the subject. And that's going to make somebody feel like they're not really important to you because you're trying to talk to them about, major life events and doing that with them. And if they're avoiding it or dismissing it or saying, no, I don't think so, they're going to get to a point where they not only do not feel loved or cared about, but they feel like they might have to move on to find somebody else that will. He said, I knew the breakup was coming. We texted before the breakup where I said I was feeling afraid of her finding a new guy. This hurts because I knew it was me who never let her get close. After the breakup, I told her I understand why, and I said I'm sorry for those things and left. I did the no contact, and she texted me the same day and every day since. Well, that shows that she really does care about this guy, but she probably was too hurt to continue the relationship. He said that she's insecure about herself and has low self-esteem, and obviously you can see that because she's like back and forth, she's probably not sure what she wants to do. She's confused. Let me go on here. He said, I'm still in therapy to fix my personal problems. I have built a really strong defense for myself. I was abused in my childhood. I'm really sorry to hear that happens to you, and unfortunately it has happened to far too many people and goes on a lot more than you guys watching today would even believe. And I could tell you, being a therapist in the field for over 20 years, I was a behavior analyst for 4 years before I was a therapist, and I have some, an incredible supervisor, and I've been really in the trenches, not, sitting like in a little office. I've worked in the really tough, areas of town where there is a lot of abuse and neglect, and it's just heartbreaking. And honestly, a lot of it has to do with our attachment styles, and we continue the abuse. When we're abused, if we don't deal with it, if we don't get help, it stays unresolved and in our unconscious, and then we unconsciously act it out over and over again in an effort to figure it out. In other words, let's say that your parents abused you. If you don't talk about it, if you don't deal with that trauma and really resolve it like an adult needs to, you, on some level, will stay unconscious and might wind up abusing your own children because it felt normal to you, and there's a lot of different reasons, but even a sense of trying to understand why your parents did that to you. That's often an aspect of it that people don't realize or think about. But, you know, there are a lot of things that go on in the unconscious, and when we don't resolve them or deal with them, we have a lot of problems come up. So I am sorry, and I know that there are a lot of you guys out there that maybe have never even admitted to yourself that you were abused. But, you know, maybe you said, oh, they didn't hit me. Yeah, but if they told you were worthless or unlovable or insulted you or repeatedly put you down, left you neglected while they went off to do other things, that's abuse. There are different forms of abuse. It doesn't mean necessarily getting physically abused. So, you know, for all of you guys that have been in that situation, maybe you were molested, maybe you were physically abused, emotionally abused, make sure you go and deal with it. Get professional help. You know, if you have low income, you can qualify for Medicaid. And if you do have Medicaid, you can get like 26 sessions a year. And if you have a more severe diagnosis, you can get even more than that. So there is help for you available. You could go to a college campus, and it's often very cheap there, $10, $15. You don't even have to be going to the school, because they often have graduate students. This is what I did years ago. Graduate students take on clients, and you know, they're supervised. They've been through all their, you know, college courses, and they're ready to go out in the field, but they have to do this last part of it before going out into the field. So you can go there. There are a lot of different options for you to get help. There's no excuse for continuing it and suffering. Really, there's no bonus points for suffering either. So, he goes on. I'm going to skip a little bit of this. We talked about things I should have done years ago, deep stuff about myself and her, some flirting, some laughter, and we had a good time. We connected on a deeper level. After this, she said she wanted some time. We've done some nice stuff. She has been setting up meetings with us ever since, and it's her who makes contact. Well, she needs time and she needs space to sort things out and to decide if really you're going to be a good partner for her. So I would give her the space to come to you, and when she does, go out with her and have fun with her. Don't put any pressure on her to get back in a relationship. You know, she knows that you have issues that you have to deal with, and you got to. Because if you don't, the symptoms are going to keep coming up, and you're going to keep pushing her away whenever she tries to get close to you. Right now, she doesn't want to be intimate with him, and she's unsure about things, and that's perfectly understandable. So don't force it. She's a little bit insecure about a girl that is on his Facebook, and she said don't fall in love with her. See, so she's anxious about losing him too. Hence why she keeps reaching out when she's already broken up with him, and so she's conflicted. But I would say the thing for you guys to really think about is your own history and your attachment to your caregivers, and really review it. And if you have a history of pushing people away, looking at why, what is causing you to do that you don't want to feel connected with other people. Because human beings are wired to connect with other people, and when we don't, it's a symptom, and there's something that's causing it. So if you want to get my help personally, go to my website, askcraig.net, and sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. If you like the video, throw a like on there, leave your comments below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I do post videos Monday through Friday. That's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig, Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.